Hello everybody, this is Shady with Shady Creations Co. Yes, my real name is Shady. For you people who don't know, everyone's like so amazed by that. But however, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my dominoes. So I have two types of dominoes that I typically make. I have the double walled and then I have the standard. These are just the plain standard ones pretty much. The double walled ones, they're just, I actually charge a little bit more for these because it's a little bit more work, but they look like they're so amazing pretty much. So today you're going to be needing epoxy, of course. So I already have my epoxy and I've already mixed it up, but I use KS Resin epoxy, and that is the pretty much only epoxy that I will use at this time, because it's amazing and I've never had an issue with them in the past year. Okay, and then you're going to be needing a syringe, and I bought these syringes off of Amazon for, I believe they were like $11.99 if I'm not mistaken, for 100. You're going to be needing 2 cups for your 2 colors that you're going to be using. And then you're going to be needing mica powder. And this mica powder I got from Literally Rose. I absolutely love her. Summer Noel, she is amazing. If you look her up on YouTube or follow any of her groups, she is amazing. She's so creative. She pretty much taught me how to make tumblers. And she makes everything pretty much. So then I have glitter that I'm going to be mixing with the mica powder as well. And this glitter just came from Michael's. It's just a regular baggie of glitter. I'm not even sure what the name brand is. And then I have some from Literally Rose. This is Stefan from Literally Rose. I absolutely love it. I actually get her subscription box. And I think it's a swag bag. It's like $35 a month. And every 15th she sends it out, and she sends amazing things. Like literally, I absolutely love it. So these came, I don't think they came together. They were in separate months, but I mean, look at how much mica powder this is, you know? So, and this is 2 ounces of glitter. So typically, you know, that would run like $7 to $8. And then I'm not sure if I told you, but the stir sticks, I got these off of Amazon as well. And I usually just use them on small amounts that I'm going to be stirring up since they're so tiny. And that's it. I got my mold from Etsy. I will send the link below as well. And like I said, these are the double wall molds, not the standard regular mold. And the first part that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing the middle part, okay? And also, I am going to be showing you guys how I use my oven. I just recently got an oven off of Amazon for like $30. I'll put the link below. It's amazing. Literally, I'm able to finish my molds or whatever I'm doing in like 2 hours at the most. I don't have to wait the whole amount of time to demold them. So that's the amazing part of it. And also you're going to be needing your decal that you're going to be using. If you're going to be using vinyl, I typically use printable vinyl for my projects. Well, for these at least, or for my rolling trays or table trays, because it's just a little bit more easier unless I'm doing like a name or something. But these are going to have 49er logos on them, okay? And I know that someone's gonna comment and say there's a copyright issue with using the NFL. Totally understand. I don't need to hear all of that. So just keep your comments to yourself, okay? So let me show you the first part that we're going to be doing. And the first part that we're going to be doing, you're going to need the syringe. The second part, you don't need the syringe. So what I will say also too is, so this is going to be put into 3 steps. The first step is the middle part. The second step is going to be the outside part, but it is going to cover the middle part, okay? And then the third step, you're going to be putting on your logo or whatever you want to go on the back of the dominoes with a thin clear coat on it, okay, to seal it in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But the first part, you are going to need the syringe, because with the double walled, you don't actually have to dot them like the regular ones. Let me show you a few regular ones that I do have right now that I'm going to be sending out soon. Sorry. Okay, so these are like just the regular ones that come, that I would make from this mold. But I had to use a dotting tool, which came in my Little Lane Rose monthly subscription. And it, let me see. Not sure exactly where I put them, but she sent them out, and they are amazing for these dots. So if you are not good at dotting, you might want to get a double wall mold. Okay, enough talking. I'm going to get to work. And excuse my clothing, you know, epoxy, once you get it on your clothes, that's it. So you might want to wear, you know, something that you really don't care about. I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to put it in here. And I do apologize if I am off camera a little bit. Not sure, I can't really see. I need like a double camera that shows both ways. Especially if I'm gonna be doing YouTube and stuff. And so I'm gonna take some of my mica powder. And I'm gonna make, so you can make them however you want. That's what I will say. Whatever colors you want to make them, you can make them. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, put it in here, close it up, put that to the side. Take my little stir stick. I'm gonna stir up my mica and my epoxy. Now you might have to do this a few times because I do have some epoxy left over, which is fine because I'm going to actually be doing a whole rolling tray after this as well. So I'll just use that probably for the first part of the ashtray that I'm going to be making. If I have any left over, I'm not 100% sure. I just pretty much pour. I don't know exactly how much I poured in. I don't have the little medicine cups. I have 3-ounce cups, so I just kind of go off the ridges as far as how much I need. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this glitter in there. I'm gonna stir. And you want to make sure that you're working in a very ventilated place and have on your PPE. So I know someone's going to say something about me not having on a mask. I totally understand. I literally don't know where my mask is at, my respirator. So can't really do anything about that. I have to order a new one. Okay. So here it is. This is how it's going to look. Okay, and then one other thing that I totally forgot. You're going to need some alcohol. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to get my alcohol. So, this is what I keep my alcohol in. So, I mean, hey, it works out fine. It was an empty bottle that I had, and I'm so cheap that I, you know, don't want to waste a ton of money on, you know, stuff that I don't really need. So, let me just make sure the camera's good. Okay, cool. And so I'm gonna take my syringe and I am going to just put enough. Now I'm not gonna fill it all the way up, but I am going to take it and drizzle that all off because I don't want to waste that. Okay, so I'm gonna take my syringe and I'm just gonna start off with the first one. So I usually just start off in the middle. Do that, dab that. that one has a little something in it. Let me get it out. Okay. I thought I cleaned the mold pretty good. Guess not. Whatever. Okay. Okay, so you see how this one, it kind of spread it, but it didn't spread all the way through. So I'm going to take this little bit that I have, and I am going to kind of just try to fill it in a little bit without touching the dots, because you don't want it to go over the dots. And I'm just going to kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, pick up a little bit more. These are more time consuming, which is why you can charge a little bit more for these versus, they look better, that's what I will say, but that's why you can charge a little bit more for these versus the standard regular ones. Okay. Put some in the corner over there. Put some in the corner over here. Okay, I'm gonna put some over here in this corner, kind of let it spread out. In this corner, let it spread. This corner over here. Okay, so that should spread all the way through. Now I'm gonna go to the next one and I'm gonna do this. So once I get done with this row, I know that you guys probably don't want to watch me do this throughout the whole mold. So I will cut the video and then come back when I am going to my oven so you guys can see. Okay, so I need a little bit more. And I do apologize if my head is in the way, sorry. I'm not sure, like I said, I can't really see. I was going to go live on the Tumblr hacks because I posted a video and a picture of these the other day and people went like crazy and was asking me like a million questions. And I said I was going to go live on there, but I'm not 100% sure that I could have because like I said, I'm not sure about the copyright issue if they would have not allowed that. So I'm just making this video. I said I might as well just post it to my YouTube. And anybody who is just starting off, I would highly suggest that you look into KS Resin for your epoxy. For the simple fact that like I started off with the Michael's epoxy. I'm not even sure what the name of it is. But KS Resin is amazing. I'm sorry. I don't care what no one says. I literally love it so much because I have never had an issue. I used to live in Arizona. I recently moved to Georgia. It's getting cold outside and I still haven't had an issue with it. My drying and everything is amazing. The bubbles are amazing. And they come right out literally with the torch or a heat gun or literally sorry, I'm trying to focus on this and do that, so I do apologize, but it's amazing even with alcohol. So that's why I said some of these molds, if you guys are beginners, you will probably not know, but you're not supposed to torch some molds. I would never torch this mold because I paid, I think, like $30 to $40 for it and never. So I want it to last for a long time. So that's why I use the alcohol. And another thing I will say too about the alcohol is when the pandemic started, I was low on alcohol. I could not find alcohol anywhere. I came across 70% alcohol, so I got it. And that's what I have in my bottle right now, and it's been working just as fine as 90%. So I don't know. When you don't really have a choice, you know what I mean, what are you supposed to do, you know? So let's fill that part in. And I covered up the line on this one and this one, so I'll go through and fix it, which is another reason why these syringes are amazing, because I'm going to literally suck out the epoxy that I don't need, which I will do on the very end. Okay, got that. And then here's the corners of this one that I'm noticing. Looks like we're not filled in. So if you're going to decide to use KS resin, I suggest that you use the code that I have below, and it's SCC20. I do get a percentage off of the sale, so I mean, why not support a small business while you're at it? So, and let's see, let's fill this in. Like I said, I'm just gonna do this row and then I will cut it until I'm completely done, and then I will show you the next step after this. So don't worry, I won't be here forever. Like, I will literally skip through a whole video because I don't want to watch someone go through the whole thing doing this. Okay, so that looks good. So now I'm gonna use another syringe to take out some of that epoxy. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I use the syringe to get some of the epoxy out. So it's literally, you know, those who have kids and need to suction out their nose will totally understand this. So I'm just going to take it by the line that I need it, and I'm going to literally suck it out, just like that. And I'm going to put it back where I need it. Okay, this line is the same way, so I'll go right by where I need to take it off at. And put it over here. And then I'm going to take my stir stick and I'm going to work it off of that line because I don't want it to dry on that line. I'm going to work it off of that line so it can go other places. Okay, and this one needs a little bit more suction out. Okay. Put it back in there. I'm going to work it and take it off of that line. Okay, so I'm going to do that to the remainder. I'm going to fill the remainder, and then I'll be back to show you guys the next step to put it in the oven. Okay guys, so I am back. I filled in the molds, and I am going to go ahead and take my alcohol. I am going to just sizz it around, make sure that I get all the bubbles out. Okay, and now I am going to place it in the oven, and then I will show you guys how it looks in the oven. Don't want to shift this. You want to make sure that it's not shifting. Okay, So guys, this is my little oven that I got off of Amazon. So right now the settings, I have it on 150 and I have it on 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that up in there just like that, as you can see. And I am going to come back in 30 minutes and they are going to be hard enough to put the next layer on. So I will show you guys that. Okay, so I'm back and I just went outside to paint some cups. And I checked, so I only have a few minutes left on here, and I am just going to show you how amazing this oven is. I don't know why I never thought about this prior to this, but literally it is dry to the touch. Okay, so now I'm going to take it out and I will show you the second part of this video. Okay guys, so I am back. I've already mixed my epoxy for my second layer, as well as the glitter and the mica powder right here. This is 100 mLs, so just not to kind of give you guys a guide. And now I am going, like I said, this is literally dry, 30 minutes dry. So I am going to now fill in the second part of it, and I will show you guys just a few and then I'll show you guys when I'm completely done, and then I'm going to put it in the oven again. So let's see. So literally you're just going to, it's that simple. Now the only thing I will say is you do not want to overfill, because you have to remember that you have to do that thin clear layer of epoxy and the very end once this is dry. So you just want to put just enough, and it's okay if I have some extra. Like I said, I'm working, this is going to be like a full set with a rolling tray and a cup, so that's okay if I have some left over. Want to fill that in. Okay, and I'm sorry if I'm swallowing hard, I'm trying not to. Okay, so then when I'm done with this, I'll show you how it looks. Then I will put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes, come back, and I'll show you exactly how it looks. Okay, so I'm done filling it in. As you guys can see, I've already filled it all in. It literally took exactly 100 mLs. So that's how much epoxy, and that's the reason why you should base your how much product you're going to be using on how much you're going to charge for these. So I'm gonna now, this is with my alcohol. And now I'm gonna place it back in the oven for another 30 minutes, and then I will show you guys how it looks, and then I'm gonna apply the decals in the last layer and place it back in the oven. Okay guys, so here's how it looks now. I just got it out the oven. It's been in there for 30 minutes and they are dry. And here is my printable vinyl. I went ahead and printed out the logo that I'm going to be placing on here. And now what I'm actually going to do, let me just show you guys really fast. I do have a silhouette machine, but honestly, I just found this like way easier. So I'm just literally going to cut this out. It's that simple. Unless you have something that's more complex. But when I'm doing the NFL or like NBA, like the logos, I will literally just cut them out. Just like that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut them out, and then I will show you guys really fast how I place a few on here, and then I'm gonna place all of them, put the last coat on, and put it back in for 30 minutes, and they'll be done. So I just got done cutting them all out, and I am going to place them. So the way that I place them, I just peeled the back off, and literally I will place them like that. Bam. It's that simple. It's literally so simple. So I'll face them all that way, Let me show you guys just one more so you guys can see. Sorry, my nails. Okay, so there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish these, and then I will apply the last coat, show you guys how it looks, and put it in the oven. Okay guys, so I went ahead and filled in the mold with the clear when I got done putting on the decal. So there it is, and like don't worry about that, because like the little excess, because I'm actually gonna go through and take that off when we get done. So I will show you what they look like when I demold them. Okay, so I just got them out the oven after 30 minutes. I went ahead and demolded one because I wanted to verify that they were dry. So here is the final. Voila, voila, and they are dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and demold all of these, and I will take a picture when I'm completely done to send to the customer, which is my cousin. So I'll go ahead and do that. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby,